Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be the weekly review of the Power Profit Scan newsletter, which is a part of the Inner Circle subscription that I offer on the site. The more talked about portion is probably the live trading room, but along with the trading room, you also have access to this the newsletter that I send out on a weekly basis. So I just want to kind of go over this as it gives everybody an idea of kind of what you get. And for those members and students, there's some good learning examples, that usually come about with all of these. Couple disclaimers. First off, am I trying to portray that every single alert that is sent out via the newsletter is a winner? Absolutely not. Nobody's perfect. No scans are perfect. So losses definitely do happen. And in fact, if you watch past videos in this series, you know that I've shown plenty of, losing alerts that just haven't worked out. But it does go to show and illustrate the importance of managing risk, controlling risk, because yes, losses do happen. So you need to know how to properly handle them. But on the flip side of losses happen, winners also happen. So when those winners do occur, you want to make sure that, due to risk management, risk control, that you have your account in a place where the winners can kind of do their job and take care of those losses. The second bit of disclaimer is for this video, we are going to be back looking at the week of 10-15. Why so far back? Well, twofold. First, it's just given the charts plenty of time to unfold, plenty of, things to occur. That way we can see what's actually happened. Second, it's just a matter of fairness. I mean, the last thing I would want is for somebody to pay and then all of a sudden they see, oh, that's nice. What I just paid for, I see publicly available now. Obviously, that doesn't make much sense from either a business or a fairness standpoint. So that is why we're going kind of back into the history of things. But with all that being said, let's get to it. First alert to talk about here, ticker symbol GTXI, and category that I essentially just kind of made up for it was there was a very clear pump and dump, but then just wondering, if there was going to be some sort of recovery. And I kind of was defining recovery as, as I said here, even if the price can get up to quote unquote just $2. So from here, where the price was down around this area, that's still a nice percentage move. So, I mean, space-wise, you wouldn't think, well, geez, it's at $1.72, even if it gets up to, $2. Well, pull out the calculator and do percentage calculations. If it could get up there within a relatively short amount of time, that's actually quite a bit of percentage that you would get on your money in a very, very quick amount of time. And you think about what banks pay in savings accounts or, one of those CDs or certificate of deposit. Hey, we'll give you, 1.5% for 5 months or 6 months. And so, you got to keep things in perspective. So that's why I'm pointing out that, $2, maybe it doesn't seem like a lot, but from here it is up to $2. That would still be, percentagely speaking, a nice move. So let's see how this one played out. A quick little reminder, the newsletter always goes out on the weekend. So this is what, it looked like before Monday trading starts. So the next candle you do see will be Monday. And then, that's kind of, so it gives everybody plenty of time over the weekend to check things out and put together some sort of plan of action. So let's see how this one played out. So right there, Monday, just a sideways day, but it's not like it collapsed or anything. Gave everybody, if they wanted an, an entry point into it. And then right there, the spike came, volume came pouring in. And from there, not much else happened. However, the high of that candle was 209. So not only did it get up to that $2 mark that I had mentioned, but it actually got up 9 cents even higher above it. So, giving everybody plenty of opportunity. Now, am I saying people played it perfectly and got the 23%? I'm not saying that, but you saw how fast that happened within basically 2 days. So I'm pretty sure that no banks out there, let's say you screwed up over half of the trade, therefore you only got 10% on it. I don't know any banks out there that you can walk in and say, hey, you know what, I need 10% return on my money in the next 2 days. If you are willing, please take your cell phone in and record that. Record that interaction and send it to me, because I would love to see the bank manager or bank teller's face when you tell them you want 10% return on your money in 2 days. But so here it was, a very quick return, got up to that $2 mark. And, like I said, when you keep things in perspective with percentages, a very respectable return on your money. The next chart here, ticker symbol NBEV, and you see up there just in the pullback play category. And as I pointed out here, just the fact that the volume was dropping and that this would be, an interesting area if it could indeed get itself down to the $4 mark. So let's see how this one all played out. So here is again what it looked like going into the next week. And I like the little example here that it offers up, just kind of illustrating the whole idea of don't chase, never chase the price. And here's what could happen. So yeah, it starts to make a move and, you could be thinking, oh no, I'm missing it. And then you got to think, some people literally, some poor souls bought right there at 775. And see you later. Sorry, people that chased on the move there. And hey, now what is it doing? There's that pullback we were looking for. So again, don't chase. Don't chase. It can really get you in a world of hurt. But we'll keep going. And right there, the price literally hit a low of $3.93. So I had mapped out 4. I was 7 cents off. Sorry. The charts are sorry. I mean, I guess the charts weren't exact. I mean, within 7 cents though. And you can see also it was kind of a double whammy. Had the 50-period moving average right there too, and got the bounce off of that. And then the next day hung around up there, and wasn't a very long move. Actually gave another opportunity right there. So it pulled back, came once again right around the $4 mark, and then bounced again. So there's actually a couple opportunities there, but we'll just go with the very first one there. But that first one, again, it may not look like a lot because all it did was come down here and then move up there. So distance-wise on the chart, but remember, look at the percentages. That was a 31.3% move. So again, even if you screwed up half of the trade, you're still walking away with right around 15%. And there are no banks. There is nothing out there that is going to give you 15% return on your money in the time span of really less than 2 days in this case, but we'll just say 2 days. And again, feel free to walk into your local bank with your phone and request 15% on your money in 2 days. Or we'll be polite. We'll ask for it in 1 week. And let me see what their reactions are. So another nice one there. Took a little bit of patience. Did a good job, though, of illustrating why you don't want to chase. And, gave a couple opportunities. This one here, was a little bit more, obviously you needed a tad more patience, but that one right there, if you were paying attention, literally almost within 7 cents right off $4 for a nice quick 31% bounce. And then finally, another portion of the newsletter, I have just specific tickers that go along with a couple of the courses that I offered. Last week, I talked quite a bit about shorting and the need to learn how to do it. So I kind of wanted to build off of that. Real quick, if you have no idea what shorting is, all shorting means is you are making money when prices go down, which is kind of fascinating if you've never heard about this concept before. But if that is you and you're brand new, yes, it is possible to make money when prices go down. As odd as that sounds, I remember the first time I learned about it, I was like, wait, really? Did I hear that right? Yeah, absolutely. You can make money when prices go down. So, and I talked about this, like I said, a lot in last week's video, but want to get things, and I got some good feedback on it, but want to once again show how this works. Now, you'll notice that there are no charts here. The reason there are no charts is because if you have taken the course, which is what this little section is designed for, the people that have taken the course, the students, then what I show you and what we're going to use here is LYB. It would make perfect sense why I'm alerting LYB to you as a student of this course. So if you are a student either of Clay Trader University or you've just done this course right here, when you see the chart, you're going to say, oh yeah, I totally understand why you would alert that, and I understand because I've taken this training course, how I would, go about it. So yes, there aren't necessarily any annotated charts in this section, but this is, the power of learning how to fish. When I teach you how to fish, I'm just pointing you to, yeah, there's probably some fish over in that area, but you know how to take it from there, go over there and catch the fish on your own. So that's what we're going to do with LYB. But again, if you're new, all shorting means is taking advantages of when prices go down. So here is what the chart looked like. Again, students would totally know, okay, yeah, I see why this would be alerted. I know how to approach this and all of that good stuff. So let's just see how this one unfolded on the week. Final reminder, we want to see prices going down is what we want to see here. So it does a little bit more consolidating, right there. And then right there, the breakdown. And then from that point, things just get quite ugly. And that whole move right there before it did finally start to bounce was a $10.50 per share profit window. Again, not saying anybody played it perfectly and made $10.50 per share, but a lot of wiggle room there. And honestly, people probably got pretty close because that was a very nasty move to the downside. So those are the type where it's relatively hard to screw them up because if you follow kind of what the course teaches and stuff like that, then yeah, you would have still not played it perfectly, but you would have gotten quite a bit of the $10.50 per share. But just a little illustration there of the newsletter as a whole. Assuming you know how to short, which you should because that gives you full flexibility like I talked about last week, then yeah, a couple of good setups from the long side, and then here from the short side, another opportunity to make some money. So overall, no massive gainers like I've had, in the past, but a good solid week in the sense of nice percentages in very short amounts of time. And then you have, this instance here where you're making money not only when prices are going up, but also prices going down. If you are interested in joining, these are just some final details here about what all is included. But you can go to claytrader.com/inner circle, or you can just go to claytrader.com and there's a portion right up at the top that says inner circle, and you can click on that. And like I said, you get all these different components. There is a mobile app that comes with it, so it's not like you have to stay chained to your computer or anything like that. You can stay in touch, no matter where you are. As far as price, it is $99 per year. Not per week, not per quarter, not per month, per year. If you really want to, well, what does that actually break down to? I'll tell you right now, if you do the math, $8.25 per month is the cost. Or if you want to break it down to, well, what does it cost me per week to be part of the group? $1.90. So if you can sacrifice just like one cup of coffee, there you go. You can afford the subscription. So $99 per year. As I always say and will continue to say, as far as I'm concerned, and I think I have the math and I have the proof here to back it up. Over the time span of an entire 12 months, an entire year, I'm more than confident you'll get at least $99 worth of value. So if there are any questions or anything like that, leave them down in the comment section below. Contact me through the site. Contact me through social media, whatever makes your life easier, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. But yeah, I hope you decide to join up.